to have you back. And now to the topic we have at hand, that is projections for 2025. We'll be considering the world of politics and economy. And thankfully, we have the senior lecturer, Department of Political Science, University of Ibadan, here with us. So, Dr. Lafewa, if we are to look at what is obtainable in our political terrain in 2024 and now moving into 2025, because when it comes to this issue of local government autonomy, that is something that we would like to consider. It's something that has been debated for a very long time, and despite the fact that we have court backing, it is still not achievable. So what are you expecting? What changes are you expecting in our political terrain for 2025?
You meant that that was in before. I think we are just postponing the day of it, and we are just having our development, our something, as sort of step back, because even the issue of autonomy now, not many people understand what the concept is all about. Some people think that it is just only based on finances of the local government. When you are talking about local government autonomy, it has two strands. The first is political autonomy. The second one is administrative autonomy, and the other one is financial autonomy. When it comes to financial autonomy, I think the Supreme Court has given the verdict that the henceforth the statutory allocation to local government to go directly into the account of local government. But the issue of the section that talks about state joint local government account has not been resolved. The National Assembly has not amended that section, that says every money that comes or revenue that goes to local government should go into the state local government joint force. And they already have agencies deciding what to spend and not what not to spend, and how to spend it. The second strand has to do with political autonomy. Even if they grant this financial autonomy and they start to implement it, you can see most of the governors that did not conduct election last year, 2024, 28 of them, after the court judgment, conducted local government election. And it's very obvious, the results. About the results, went into the way of the governors. The governors, put those people that he think will serve his interest. Let me give you an example of Rivers State. Rivers State, despite the court order that stopped them from conducting that election, the election was conducted. The governor, who happens to be a PDP member, I don't know whether he has changed his party now, moved all his candidates to another party for them to win election, and declare them for a winner, and they started. So even if they grant them financial autonomy, will they be able, will people be able to elect, those that will satisfy their interest or promote their interest, or those that will promote the interest of the Mr. Governor, as we are having it today? That's 28 over 36 to say. They are all, those who won the elections came from the same party. Thirdly, we talk about administrative autonomy. Up to today, we are talking about recruitment, appointment, and promotion and dismissal of workers between grade level 1 and grade level 6. You can talk about local government service commission. But when it comes to grade level 7 and above, that state is there. The state controls them. That's why up to today, we have that dichotomy between the administrative organ and the political organ of the local government. They always have conflict. The political officers, the elected political officers, we initiate projects. For them to get approval from the administrative or get them implemented by the administrative agent, they have to seek the counsel of the governor. And up to today, most states still have a Ministry of Local Government. And some local governments, elected, chairmen and councillors, they vow that they are going to support their governors. And that was why they said, okay, let us give it, there must be 3 months waiting for them to implement the judgment, the court order. Now the 3 months have lapsed. What is going on with the local government fund? They are still, going to local government, account. So if we want to move forward, National Assembly has a lot of work to do. They still have to look at that some of the sections affecting local government in Nigerian, Nigerian 1999 Constitution. Because if you read that section 7 very well, although they said it says that elected local government council, councils are guaranteed, there. But if you look at section again, it says the appointment, the finances, the establishment of all those things related to local government has to, be carried out by a law that is made by the House of Assembly of that state. So how are we going to resolve that? And even in the interpretation of government in our constitution, the constitution says government in Nigeria means government at the federal, government at the state, and government at the local. If you check the constitution very well, you will see the powers of the legislature, power of the judiciary and the executive for the federal and the state. Where are those powers for local government? The only thing we have is all these permissive functions, highlighted in the fourth schedule of the constitution. So if they have functions and they don't have power to perform them, there's going to be a lot of problem, and we will shortchange people at the grassroots level. So going forward, 2025, I think we need to look at our concern again. And now that they have a committee reviewing the constitution, they should look at that section that all those sections that may hinder them from implementing that court order. And this is not the first time. The Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit have already ordered that before, that they should not, collect local government fund that states don't have anything to do with the local government. We know what is going on. In fact, people are no longer connected. Grassroots people are no longer connected with the local government, because it is only within the jurisdiction of Mr. Governor. In fact, there was a workshop that was conducted for newly elected local government chairman. Some of them ask us to talk to Mr. Governor that it is not them having problem, but they don't give them free hand, even to implement projects, to carry out projects, to give out the business of local government. They have to get order from Mr. Governor. And in my own state, when Mr. Governor came in, he removed those people that were there before. It was court that said, you have removed them illegally, go and pay them. I don't know whether he has finished paying them now. And we now have councillors and the local government chairman. So we should not, there is no way they will not politicize, any issue, because that will do with the interest of individual, that's parties to do whatever issue or believe in whatever issue. What we need to do now is to make sure that we, going by our grand norm, the constitution is the grand norm. What does the constitution say? If there's any area that is going to bring about a problem or conflict, let us address that issue through constitutional review. That will help us a lot than trying to say, okay, Mr. Governor should do this, or the local government chairman should do this and do that. We know that the governor has immunity, but local government officials, they don't have that immunity. So they should make sure they obey court order, and if they know that there are all impediments in the constitution, let them approach the State House of Assembly and the National Assembly, for them to amend, to review, all these constitutional provisions, so that we will not have any constraints, hindering, the first aspect strand of local government autonomy, which is financial autonomy. And later we cannot put it. Some people are already saying it that we should not allow state independent electoral commission to conduct elections, because the chairman and whatever they are part of, government office or machineries. So let INEC, that conducted the first free and fair, credible local government election in 1998, start to conduct local government election, and let's see what will happen. And the issue of independent candidacy to also be what? Be introduced at the local government level. Let us try. Let's see. It has happened before. In 1987, General Bamarazi Mwangida introduced what they call zero party or they conducted election on zero party basis. And credible people were elected. People that were known, by their constituents, were elected, and there was no problem with that. So those are some of the things that I will, suggest to government for us to move on in 2025.
Thank you so much for being a part of Firecrackers today. We truly appreciate your inputs.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, all right. As it always is on this program, we usually run fast out of time. This is when we join the curtains close on today's episode of Firecrackers. We thank you so much for staying with us to the very end. And very much thanks to my guest here in the studio. That's Femi Onakare, policy and economy analyst. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay, all right. My name is Iribami Salako, and once again, welcome to 2025. May it be a wonderful and beautiful year for us all. Do have a lovely year and week ahead. Goodbye. See you next week.